Smoked Out Battles, Roasty Season 3. We out here live at MIA Nightclub, Van City. Make some noise! I'm your host, Redshirt Mike. I want to give a shout out to our sponsors, Icon Living, Royal Thieves, as well as Ruthless Stabs. I got a co-host on my left.
I've been on URL. Let me just say it one more time. I've been on URL.
And I got a co-host to my right.
Y'all already know, Scotian 6'9", coast to coast. If you sniff blow, you sniff mine. Let's go. Hey, I got a new single dropping in a couple weeks. Check that shit on iTunes.
There we go. That being said, battler to my left. Introduce yourself.
Patch, Kush Republic, Quality Control. What's good, Smokey?
Yeah. Battler to my right. Tell him who you are.
AJ Jerusalem, Port Copen, Ontario. What's up, BC? You just inherited another homeless person with mental health issues. Hey, well, I'm not done yet. Hit me up if you got a couch so I can sleep on VPN. I'm gonna translate a lot and rest in peace to Jim the Chancellor. Let's go.
Alright, there was no need for a coin toss. They decided AJ is going first. Let's go.
Alright, yo. You look like the type of dude to drink corn in the cob water. Exactly. You look like the type of dude to drink corn on the cob water. I bet you whack off every time you're watching The Godfather. He's in an abusive relationship, but don't get it twisted. He doesn't hit bitches, he's getting beat by his girl. This is not proper. Got him to the point where he's pretending to order a pizza while he's calling the cops on her. She gets physically aggressive. He's always nagging and bitching. She the breadwinner, she put in work while this pussy stays in the kitchen. She come home drunk and beats his ass when she's feeling angry and lifted. Got cops constantly making visits at his place for assistance. They come in and find him in the corner, crying, shaking, and twitching. Had to file a restraining order just to feel safe within the place that he lives in. Swears he's finally had enough. This time he's made his decision as the officer reassures him that the statement he's given doesn't make him any less of a man and this ain't regular snitching. He goes to a support group for women who have been in the same position. Preaches gender equality to anyone who will stay and listen. To say his family's ashamed is an understatement. They're so embarrassed by all the traits that he's missing and his father is so dishonored, he's gonna have to swallow the sword to keep up with the ancient tradition. Now on some real shit, I have literally no idea what type of Asian you are. So is it mathematician or kung fu master of kicking? Rubik's Cube champion? Or start the car and accidentally crash in the kitchen? Is it Tokyo Drift pushing your speeds to the limit? Or peace sign selfies with a stuffed Pikachu in it?
That's the one!
I bet your parents' expectations of you was nothing short of exceeding your limits. So if he said he was a chess master who won an Olympic medal, well, I might actually believe that he did it. And when it comes to taking cock, the man's ambitious. Two at the same time, he says he's ambidextrous. You're an overly polite Asian man who transitions when he plans his written. So if he said his shit was nails, well, he was just referencing the family business.
What's up, Smoked Out? I made my debut with you. A fucking body JV. Then went away from the stage to build stock in GZ. I go unlisted on his roster to the top of the league, but that's not saying much for a community that's hot as topics TP. How much do I need to pay a cat to lay you flat? What could it possibly be? Let's say a stack, I'm paying that, I'm dropping a G. This is your shot, main stage. Don't fuck it up choking. This is BC Bud, I got no problem lighting AJ up in the open. When I battled last, I handled class and devoured him. Who's he? But they didn't fly you out or pay you. Guess I'm happy our food's cheap. In your last fucking battle, you got slapped by the newbie. You rolled up with paper and got smoked like the tobacco was loose leaf. You made 0 ground to prove yourself. He's a rookie at best. Your life is pathetic. Went from pushing drugs to dealing with the looks of regret. I asked Mike for a name. He fucking booked you instead. Red sealed your fate, but I'm the one that's cooking for bread. If it wasn't for this paper, check for A's death, I'm pissed off. Start lipping me, pal. Hook straight to your head like a hit song. You talk shit in others' rounds. A's got it crisscrossed, I'm ripping them down. Kids bit the clown, you can't talk your way out of this box. You're a fucking piece of shit. We should have pulled support from them sooner. You rap about killing kids and raping women. Start ignoring this loser. What parent could love you knowing what they bore was a tumor? You've made a shame of the name Andy Jorts, my junior. I will break way more than your heart, kid. It's evident you're garbage. He keeps seeking freedom via pen like a presidential pardon. I can hit below the belt as if the referee was missing and still go over your head like an executive decision. But welcome to Vancouver, Andy. Where opportunity's golden. He moved here for this battle. Really taking this moment. Did you actually move here? You don't have a plane to go home in? So what he's saying is Andy's basically homeless? The prices of homes is sky high. Know what the median be? No? Do you know what the word median means? You don't belong here. You've got more of an Alberta feel. You're an ass and getting gas seems to be your one transferable skill. What exactly did you think that this endeavor would prove? Move to the city, get 600 views. Fucking go-getter you. You couldn't afford Port Colborne. This is where every renter gets screwed. All Aiken keeps a basement suite. You'll stay not getting the views. You didn't think these lives could kill you. That's a fentanyl order. Make this privileged man shit his pants. I am Mexico's water. Believe me, I'll spill your guts. Think the mental disorder. The AK's after AJ like alphabetical order. Kill yourself, Andy. Save me the trouble, G. Though as a euthanasia's made part of me. You take your life or I do. Either way, you'll take your place in the harmony. Same fate. A blade vacates A's radial arteries. If I was you, this is true. I would hold up slaying wrists. I could never live with the embarrassment if I spoke with A's lisp. If you ever feel suicidal, please. No, you ain't shit. You were dead from the jump. On the Golden Gate Bridge. It's fucking good.
Alright, I said fuck a battle, this is warfare, swinging swords when I speak. An insubordinate beast that came to torture the weak. The more that y'all fucking push me, it's just the more that I tweak. Dancing with the devil since I was 12, bumping Immortal Technique. The difference is when I drag your mother up to the roof, I ain't blindfolding a bitch while she getting fucked by the crew. We staring her dead in the face like we had something to prove. Have her begging for her death after I stuff a blade straight up in her cooch. I'm on some New York grime shit, don't try to tell me it's not ether. I'll smack your cunt mother around much worse than your pop speeder. Have her screaming out to the sky for God or even an angel but saw neither. And that's the type of shit that I like to hear, so I ain't breaking her jaw either. Y'all think I'm taking it too far? No. Good. Good, because it gets sicker, just wait. I'll drag him to the scene and stitch open his eyelids to make him witness the rape. I'll have your mom's looking at you so hopeless with my dick in her face while the homie's smashing a bitch so hard until her hips in his place. I ain't retracing any statements, I'll just state them again. They told me my competitor was a killer. Well, now he facing the pen. Ooh. I ain't just here for a body. Nah, I came for his head, think Aaron Hernandez. Cause after these bars set in and he start to contemplate his regrets, all this pussy can fucking do is try to hang till he's dead. Wow. Okay. You should have never named or mentioned me. You just made a dangerous enemy. No way he can contend with me. Poseidon with his trident. The waves I've been creating to race identities. The king of I'm the king of crossing lines even on the days that it weighs heavily. Y'all let him think he made a splash. And now he about to drown just like Ray Emery. I've seen a lot of people were doubting. I came to make them believers. I've been stacking up body after body, now I'm running out of space in the freezer. No need to let the lead pop when a left shot will put his face on a t-shirt, and if he does survive, he'll walk around the rest of his life looking like an Asian Billy Shakes in a seizure. You should have brought your pops to this battle, so I could tell him to his face that you're weaker. Let him know that he raised a fool who was too brazen and eager. He stepped in a cage with a demon just to switch and change his demeanor, but I can't blame him. I mean, shit, I wouldn't want to stand face to face with me neither.
Yeah.
What's up, Smoked Out? What's up, Smoked Out? What up? It's AJ, Beast Mode.
Let's go.
I came to BC to see what this rapper patch is about. And then after this battle, I can ask if I can crash on his couch. After this battle, I can ask if I can rap on his couch. And we'll be rapping it out inside the back of his house. He fits us after his mouth, I'm fucking smashing him out. He's a fucking grown man. He can't take care of the list. Fuck anger management. You need to see a speech therapist. When they say I talk different, it's these mean bars I punch with. When they say he talks different, they mean a retard or something. Any and every day I would best you. This rapper would die. Think the name of the venue. You can go MIA after coming after the shine. This is my city. They ride with me. The man of the kingdom. I can't be beaten by the guy with fetal alcohol syndrome. In your battle against Christian, you said, ain't no such things as halfway crooks. And then you leave him in stitches. You went to Catholic school, Andy. Practice what you preached against Christian. He's been living in dissidence. It all is confusion. I got a solution. Richard Dawkins got his delusion. When his block isn't shooting, it's all Christian music. When he says he's getting bread, AJ's talking communion. You're not from the fucking streets. Honestly, hope this news struck a chord. Your mistakes were just commodities that you could afford. You could have been someone, like a janitor. Or stocking food in a store. Instead, you were selling rocking school uniforms. You bragged about child abuse when you rapped against mongers. Threatened to be stabbing his daughter, leaving her hanging and quartered you. Literally said, my splatters on the cabinet doors, I'll fake fucking your death until my ass on the floor. Your son? He's getting stabbed with a sword. I am the Super Saiyan Savage. This is an actual war. What a fucking tough guy, right? Are we meant to be scared now? Because you rapped about killing kids surrounded by sweaty guys in a warehouse? He's a baddie, right? Acting like it's hands on sight. He's just mad that Patch is casting all of Andy's raps aside. And we can't be satisfied that Andy is a man inside when half the lines this rapper writes it just fantasized and fantasized. The fucking bullshit that these weird rappers bring. Your lines are like the transcript of a creep catcher sting. You thought these lines, you actually thought it might be cool what you spit. This is proof that A's sick. Who sits in their room and fucking ruminates this. The lines he writes provide insight inside the goof that he is, but he's cackling. He's Catholic. Of course he's in support of the abuse of our kids.
Hold it down!
I didn't know you could rap like that.
Hey, hold it down, hold it down!
Playing the long game, bro.
Hold it down!
I heard you were once an aspiring actor, getting caught up in scripts, had dreams at a big screen and receiving Oscars and shit. All of your acting friends suppressed you, and you've been watching them all shine. You put in work on the set as well, but you were never needed at call time. Directors were getting pissed because they didn't know what to do with you. Technology savvy, so they just used them for the cue to cue. Got fired before dress rehearsals when they couldn't find a further use for you. I even heard some casting directors lost their jobs just for recruiting you. Safe to say things didn't go the way that he planned it. Nowadays, if he gets an offer, it's for the position of stand-in. Type of stupid bitch to pose for pics that was supposed to be candid. Got swallowed whole by his dreams and now he thinks battle rap's a good plan B and a place to deal with his emotional damage. On and off the camera, you just awkward and whack. You ain't about that action, you getting cut. I came to rock you with facts. You quit one dream to chase another. I can't knock you for that. I would rather shed light upon the obvious fact that even though you switch screens, you still ain't dropping the act. See, every battle he puts on his costume and starts switching personas. The real him is worlds apart from all the shit that he's shown us. And I can't be the only one here that sees through the altered image. He shows up trying to convince us as if the facade isn't fictitious and bogus. Y'all need to wake the fuck up. It's time to sniff the aromas. I wrote this in the last 24 hours. I'm Jack Bauer with how quick I exposed you. This next hit, a death script. I'll turn him to a I wrote this shit in the last 24 hours. I'm Jack Bauer with how quick I exposed you. This next hit, your death script. I'll turn him to a flatliner right after he slip in a coma. See, I live and breathe this shit. and it's literally been saving my life. You spit a bunch of fabricated trash, and everything you're saying is light. Now, not everything I say is true, specifically the shit about murder and rape that I write. But having a platform that allows those verses is serving a greater purpose while exterminating the vice. Now, don't get it misconstrued. I ain't saying that I actually think about doing this shit. Alright? It's just an exaggeration of the demons within that have been consuming my wits. I know that some of the contradictory angles I know some of the contradictory angles may be confusing a bit when one minute I'm cracking jokes and the next I'm losing my grip. But trust me when I say there's a method to the madness when I'm doing this shit. See, I spent years losing battles to the demons that are caught up inside. I had to switch my strategy because I was getting lost on the grind. I found if I let them have free range here and I transcend all of their awful designs, when it comes to the battle within, I find it easier to conquer my mind. To summarize it quickly, essentially what the point is, I do this shit because I need to, and you do the shit because you enjoy it.
Private Catholic school to selling drugs to pregnant women thinking that shit was cool. Name me any category George was best in. Selling dope to pregnant folks, as per your own confession. Tell me exactly who is Andy George but friends with. Whose man's is this? That's a rhetorical question. You brought up bad parenting when you brought up bad parenting to teach mongers a lesson. You defined a bad father and then called it your weapon. Open your eyes, Andy, it was all a projection. You said all those things to mongers like your father was present. Nobody fucking loved you. Wow. Nobody loved you, okay? AJ makes it apparent. I bet Andy is ashamed and embarrassed just to say he's your parent. You don't deserve the honor of the name that you're wearing. You've got your ancestors rolling in their grave at your errors. He thinks he's misdemeanor because of misdemeanors and a charge that he's beaten. Bitch, you were caught with less drugs than what I do in a weekend. Getting caught isn't based on just the luck of the draw. In this case, it means you fucking suck at your job. I don't give a fuck where you've been or what you do with your days. Yo, El Romero, you've got a lot of trouble losing the weight. Quit rapping about trapping. You've got those bars to a science. Real gangster shits like Chaplin flicks, Move Charlie in Silence. You fucking came here with no money last time. Still someone took them. Then you thanked them by spitting lines, criticizing their cooking. They took your broke ass in and fed you. You left your eyes there for free, but of course he's a snake. He was forced to double cross every time that he eats. He was forced to double cross every time that he eats. Shit. He was forced to double cross every time that he eats. Time.